and welcome to episode 42 of Series 3 of Master League Story Mode. Did you enjoy that little Saturday morning treat from the weekend? Again, to see our mate Tim Sherwood back on the channel. It was meant to be an April Fool's joke, obviously. I thought, hey, this would be a stupid idea for a series, wouldn't it? Training mode, story mode. That wouldn't be interesting. Turned out, actually, I quite enjoyed making it and watching it. So, who knows? We might see more of them in the future. I'm sure there's loads of different people we could train in positions and things that are really not useful to them, with Tim Sherwood shouting horrible obscenities at them the whole time. So maybe we'll resurrect that one day. Who knows? The last episode of Master League Story Mode, well, we hit a bit of a roadblock in Liverpool and West Brom, who, for a change this season, really stood up to Bristol City, really stopped us playing our football, and we were only able to grab 1 point out of a possible 6 in those 2 games. But we're still top of the league, because Manchester City decided to, let us get away with it massively. But we are even on points with them at the moment, and we've got Everton away today, which is a big game for a lot of the ex-Everton players in this side, KD particularly. And it's going to be interesting. Little admin update for the channel. I may be sort of pre-recording episodes at the moment, so sometimes, although I will still be chatting with you in the comments as I always do. Remember, I always reply to every comment in the comments because I have no life. But sometimes the episodes might be pre-recorded, the next episode might be pre-recorded, so I might not be able to take on any advice from you, but still, I want to hear it. Of course I do. Right, let's get into the first game, Everton away. Quick look at the teams. Oh, it's pretty much average all around. We've still got De Jong on the bench, who's on the upward improvement, dramatic improvement period, but we can't really play him. He's just not lived up to anything in the last few games that we've tried. So, unfortunately, he's going to see a substitute role. Other than that, nothing outstanding to look at in the side, but everyone at least on sideways form or better. Quick look at Everton. Wow, they've got Pennington at centre-back. That's interesting. Very defensive-looking midfield there with Bezic in the middle. Obviously, big Romelu up front. We've had trouble with him in the past in Master League Story Mode. The absolute unit that he is. Let's see how we get on. Let me know in the comments if you think there's any current Bristol City players who might benefit from a few lessons Tim Sherwood's School for Mugs. If you saw the episode on Saturday, then you'll know what that is. I'd quite like to see Angelino practicing his goalkeeping, maybe. Here we go. We didn't do so well against Liverpool in the last... Oh, that's easy for Angelino. Gets the better of Donahue, and now he looks to stream forward. Great dribbling from Angelino. Friday finds him back inside. This is great stuff here from the left back. Inside to Roberta. Out to Fred Friday. Steps inside of Ashley Williams. Can he get the shot off? No, it's well blocked. And Baines can clear. Matthews sneaks in. That's great play from him. Dow back out to Angelino, who's been involved a lot so far. Steps inside of Browning this time. Lays it into Friday. Got the strength to get away from Williams. And now Fred Friday with the curling effort. It's wide of Robles' left-hand post. Oh, we should have buried that really strong start here from Angelino and from Bristol City. Nice slip ball. He's so dangerous in these positions, Friday. Just one step away with that pace and then the power. It's very hard to get the ball back off him. Should have finished that. Maybe could have hit it anywhere in the goal and scored there, but he went for the finesse. Didn't quite pull it off. I think we could get some success down this left side. They've got Pennington and another young left back, Browning, playing. And Marty does well to cut that out. Now Angelino flies the ball into Friday. That's a nice play from him again. Oh, Friday skips away now. Oh, skips into a challenge there, and that's brutal from Gibson. They've got some real bruisers in the centre today. Darren Gibson picks up an early yellow card. We'll try and target him because we know he loves a slide tackle. Fred Friday all over the pitch at the moment. That's horrid. Try and flight this one into Fred Friday. Let's see if he can get a knockdown to Kieran Dowell into the box. He can. KD looks to hit it. It's a good challenge though. Now Angelino can whip a ball in. That's a nicely weighted cross. Oh, someone's gone down in the box. Fred Friday throwing elbows. Fred Friday on Pennington. Oh, and that's... Oh, dearie me. I'm not sure what went on there. It was a little bit X-rated, a little bit Boris Johnson rugby tackle. Enjoyed that, though. Kieran Dowell with the in-swinging corner. It's a good one. It's gone very, very wide. Ball back to Angelino. He takes a shot at it. Swings at it. Oh, it's just past Robles' post again. Angelino involved a lot today. There's been pressure on him from the fans, from the manager, to really live up to the form that the Archbishop of Banterbury showed in his first few games. Actually, he pulled off a couple of assists recently, and he started this game very strongly. Romelu Lukaku, good hold-up play, under pressure from Amati, finds Balassi. Flint comes across, gets the tackle in. Pack keeps the ball in, that's good play from Marlon Pack. Smart play there from the captain. Oh, he's kept the ball in. And now he can streak forward down this right-hand side. Looks into Roberto. Tries to find KD. Ball's cut out by Bezic, though. That's a lovely ball over from Lukaku. Will Donahue get there? He does. Gets the first shot of the game off for Everton. Everton coming a little bit back into it now. We shocked him at the start, but now they seem to be trying to work their way back into this game, as you'd expect from the home team. Roster down the line into Friday. It's to turn Browning. Goes back to Roster. That's a great ball from him. Angelino into KD. KD lines up the shot. Oh, worth a go. KD, we know he can hit him. Looks a bit disappointed there, but it was always going to be a difficult chance. Out so wide. Well played there. Angelino again. Pivotal in this move. KD going very wide under a lot of pressure. Couldn't work the keeper. Oh, Roster looks to dance away and he gets the shot off. Robles gets the save in this time. We're getting shots away, but none of them have been particularly convincing. Roster dancing his way into a shooting opportunity here. Magnuson battling with Lukaku. Lukaku does well, and McCarthy now has it into Gibson. Oh, Ross, it's a great play. And then he's punched in the face by Darren Gibson. Is that a second yellow for the Irishman? It looks like it could be. You dirty, bald bust. Oh, no, referee. Yes, it is. Well, it's a rare sending off. We don't see many of them. Darren Gibson absolutely deserved it there. That was cynical, horrible plays. Remonstrating with Roster there. And that's half-time. Well, we weren't able to make the numerical advantage count at the end of that first half. But we are a man up, and we've been playing the better football, to be fair. Everton had one chance, but possession-wise, we've been all over them. Yet to really trouble the keeper, though. Not a single shot on target. Something we can probably change in the second half as we're a man up. We can always bring on an extra forward as well if we need to. So, come on, Bristol. Can't be coming away with anything less than the 3 points now. One ball, looking for Kone. Angelino comes across, does enough, and Magnuson. Pick up the pieces, but big mistake from Magnuson. Doesn't spot Romelu Lukaku. Out to Kone now. Angelino comes across, doesn't win it. It's fallen now to Lukaku. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. For fuck's sake, you bunch of mugs. You absolute collection of melts. As Tim Sherwood would say, well, we need to get them all in the Tim Sherwood school for mugs because we've been taken for a bunch of fools here. Early in the first half, it was Magnuson's poor clearance. Oh, they've slacked off. They know they're a man up. They've taken their foot off the pedal, the gas pedal here early on. Lukaku, well, it's his first proper chance of the game. He slots it home with the left foot. Fucking hell. Come on. Not what we wanted to start the half with there, really. Oh, it's another mistake. Matthews now, out on the right-hand side. We need to be working inside there. Less one central midfielder. Friday, can he find Rossiter making the good run? Little chip ball into Kieran Dowell. Takes it down. Oh, great save. Rossiter doesn't do what he should have done there, which is be a bit better at football. Oh, can't believe that. Marty hunting down Balassi, but he gets the ball away to Lukaku. Now we're in trouble a bit here. They've got options and they find Kone in the box. He can cut it back to Lukaku. Oh my God. He can't get it away and it's out for a corner. How are Everton playing so well? It is always said that playing against a team of 10 men can be just as difficult, if not more difficult than playing against a team of 11. Because everyone ups their game. The ball in now found Balassi. Oh, they could have easily made it 2-0 there. And then they can shut up shop. We cannot be allowing another goal. Unless it's coming from the foot of a Bristol City player into the Everton net, just to clear that up. Come on, Bristol City. Now Pack, he's got Matthews outside him. He's got options. Oh, I think Roberto might have just strayed offside there. No, he's onside. Nigel Roberto, it's got to be one for Bristol City, and it is. It is. Come on. He looked to be really flirting with the offsideness there. But Marlon Pack obviously pulled the trigger at just the right time. He was just waiting on the shoulder of Williams, and he got away from him really easily here. He's got that burst of pace, that Dicko-esque burst of pace, and then one-on-one. We weren't going to miss this one. First shot on target of the game. It's Roberto with his left foot, and he's powered that right into the top corner. He's not missing that. Magnuson into Angelino. Goes back to Rossiter, but Kone, tracking back, does really well, wins it back. We're making mistakes here still. Balassi steps inside of Flint, good dribbling there. And Yannick Balassi finds Mo Bezic. Everton's still in this game. Lukaku edge of the box does really well to find McCarthy. Somehow in the box. Magnuson, big talons on him. Bit risky in the box. But no, Matthews, come on. You don't make those sort of mistakes. Flint now, just got to get it away. Although we don't want to have to just punt it clear. We need possession back. They're putting a lot of pressure on us, Everton, now. But I feel like we can pass our way out of this press. Dowell into Rossiter, doesn't reach him. Bezic with the horror tackle from behind. We keep going here. Angelino, ball into Roberta, lays it off to Marlon Pack. Big tackle. Everton really putting the effort in here. The 10 men of Everton really going all out. Balassi, oh, gets the better of Amati. Not once but twice. Still Yannick Balassi now. How is he managing this? Amati misses it again. McCarthy now. Oh, Matthews has to get the challenge in. It's out for a deep throw. So only 12 minutes left in this game, and we seem to be struggling to find that winning goal that we should be finding, really. It's a balls out of the bath move here. In the words of Alan Partridge, we're bringing Abraham and De Jong on. We're going 3 up top, 2 attacking midfielders, Kieran Dowell just behind them. Oh, Flint, what are you doing? We need to get the ball out of our own half first, which we seem to be struggling with. Matthews has to go long and wide to Amati, who's dropped into left-back position for the end of this game. Now it's De Jong, the substitute, straight away runs into trouble. Don't know what it is with him. He just seems to make bad decisions. Marlon Pack, though, very rarely makes a bad decision. And now he finds Kieran Dowell in the centre. But Mo Bezic has been absolutely flying around with those tackles in this game. No different there as he wins it back. Matthews into Abraham, the substitute. He looks wide to Amati. Great ball from him. Flicks it into Friday. Header down. Can find Roberta. Doesn't, though. Daniel Amati out at left back now. Can he whip in a cross with his unfavoured foot? Friday jumps for it. Doesn't find him. De Jong does well there that time. Chip ball in, looking for Abraham. Williams gets it away. But still, Bristol City coming forward. Oh, that is a really, really disgraceful challenge there from Williams. That is a career ender. It's only a yellow card for Ashley Williams. The Welshman should consider himself lucky there. Nigel Roberta, that is an assault. Could this be the opportunity, though, for De Jong to really mark himself out as a potential Bristol City legend? If he can win this game that we've really struggled in with a free kick. He's our best free kick taker these days, and he's on an upward improvement. Obviously, I've been practicing my free kicks a lot recently. That's too soft. That's definitely too soft. Oh, it wasn't! De Jong now, bringing it forward. Ball down the line into Matthews. He can't keep it in. I can't believe we're not going to get the 3 points here today. Only 1 minute left on the clock. Abraham putting the pressure on. We've won a deep, deep throw in here. Great pressure from Abraham. Matthews, ball into KD. Has to keep it moving to De Jong. He's got Amati in a great position out here on the right-hand side. Goes back to De Jong. Simple passing here. Can we find Tammy Abraham for the goal? For the win! Tammy Abraham, once again, the super sub, pops up with a goal. With the man advantage there, all we really needed to do was to keep the ball moving. We managed it. And it was a simple goal in the end, a simple finish for Tammy Abraham. It was just spreading the play. Simple maths, simple economics of space and numbers. If you keep the ball moving, that man advantage is always going to pay off. And Tammy Abraham once again comes through with an important last-minute goal. He managed it against West Brom to nick us the 1 point, and today he nicks us the 3 with a goal in the very, very last dying embers of the game. The last kick of the game, pretty much. Tammy Abraham. Should we be starting him, or does he work as a super sub? Is that his best position? Let me know in the comments. But, wow, it's a big win there for Ian Holloway. He'll be really pleased with the side's perseverance, coming back from a goal down to win 2-1. I mean, the sending off obviously helped. We weren't really able to capitalise on it, so in the end it took just pure attrition until we were able to find a goal. Bertha gets man of the match. Hopefully he's not injured. He had a nasty challenge on him. And Abraham came on to win the game. Lovely stuff. Oh, big win there, big win. And we needed it as well because Man City got their points today as well. It's neck and neck still with goal difference with 10 goals ahead of them. But a loss, I feel. I mean, even though they didn't capitalise on our poor performance in the last episode, they would have done today. If it hadn't been for Tammy Abraham's goal, we would be in second place now. And I feel like once Man City get in that top spot, we're going to have to really, really struggle to get our way back there. I can't see them losing many more games. De Jong still improving. He nearly scored that free kick, which would have been lovely. Oh, Stoke away. This one has tricky fixture written all over it. Don't think we picked up any injuries though, which is good. So let's just take a look at the sides. Let's get into it straight away. How's everyone doing? Daniel Amati on a downward arrow, but we keep him in. We've learned from our mistakes in the past. Do not drop Daniel Amati, and if we can avoid it, don't put him as centre-back, because in that defensive midfield role, he is absolutely key to this side. Matthews, though, is on a downward arrow. Well, just as I was saying that we should never, ever move Amati, I think we're going to have to play him at right back. We do need a right back replacement. I think that's pretty key. Rossiter at defensive midfield then. And then given the choice between Davis and De Jong, although Davis is the better player, I think we'll play De Jong because if we can keep improving him, at the very least we can sell him for more money. At the most, he might work his way into becoming a regular or at least a dependable backup. So we'll give him a go there. Everyone else looking good. Stoke City have got Juve up front, who I really like in this game. This is a sort of formation that works well. We saw that against Liverpool, although they played wingers, but similar formation with the two defensive midfielders sitting, a creative midfielder in the middle in Stephen Ireland, and then tricky wingers and a big, strong centre forward. I think this could be dangerous, could be very dangerous. And they've got Peter Crouch on the bench, which is always scary. Let's get into it. As I mentioned at the end of the last game, I really feel that if you drop any points as soon as Manchester City get ahead of us, we're going to really struggle to claw back that lead because they're not the side that really lose many games. So, bit of a kick clash today. That was a mistake. Let's take a look at this. No, that's probably fine. Long ball to start off with, dealt with by Angelino, and now De Jong gets it away from Allen. Great footwork there from the Dutchman, and now he's streaming forward. Still De Jong, looking for the overlap of Angelino. Cuts back inside with a nice bit of footwork. De Jong looks to spread it into Dowell. That's a great ball. Can he cross it in for Robertha? Gomez gets across. Really important tackle from him. Magnusson can't win it back off Juve, and he finds Joe Allen. Now into Shaqiri. De Jong pushes him backwards. That's good play. Long ball from Martin Zindi. Packs there to get ahead of Arnautovic. And Marty, what a ball that is into Robertha. Turns away from Gomez. Has to keep possession though. And Marlon Pack spreads it wide to... Oh, no. Shaqiri nicks his way in. But Magnusson comes across, wins it back off Juve. Pack finds that gap. Now Robertha finds the gap to Amati, the makeshift right back for today. He's going to look to push Peters down the line. Oh, tries to cut back inside. But it's out for the first corner of the game. Kieran Dow with the in-swinger. Robertha's there, jumps at the far post. Angelino can pick it up here though. Marty straight into KD. He turns his man. Still Kieran Dowell. Can he get the shot away? Kieran Dowell with a curling effort! Oh my word! Oh my god! That is absolutely world class. We've said it before with KD. But he can pull out goals like that you just don't see from any of our other players. The footwork in the build-up was gorgeous. He beat one, he beat two. And then he seemed to be in a position very unlikely to trouble the keeper. But he got so much curve on it. So much spin and power as well. That Butland was just clawing at shapes, at suggestions of where the ball might have been. Look at this here. He had no right. It was a great first touch. Little one through the legs. The dummy takes him back inside the Stoke player, and then that is curled absolutely beautifully. This should be a good angle. Look at this first touch. Bang, inside. Power as well. Strength to hold off the man. Dummy back inside to get away, and he's always looking for that left foot curling opportunity. Oh, it's absolutely delicious. Oh, De Jong steaming across, wins it back. Now he looks long into Robertha. What a ball that is. Gomez comes across. Suggestions of a foul there in the box. Referee waves it away. De Jong, though, he's got that in his locker. He's got that long pass. Maybe we try and get a few more out of him. It's a decent start to this game. Juve, strong play from the centre forward. He finds Phil Bardsley out on the right. Nice play in Shaqiri. He's found a bit of space. Lovely ball out to Bardsley. Oh, the final ball lacking, but De Jong couldn't get it away, and it's an offside called there. Stoke trying to play their way back into this game, but I just don't think they have the quality. Oh, Juve does really well to take that out of the air on his chest. Gets the better of Magnusson this time. But Magnusson doesn't give up. Does give away the foul. Will Bardsley take this one quickly? He does into Joe Allen. Now Shaqiri back into Allen. Oh, Aidan Flint. Huge challenge there. Wins it back from the little Welshman. Needed to as well. Robertha always good in the air. He jumps Tim Cahill-like for that one. Wins it. But Friday can't return the favour. Now Bardsley plays it into Allen. Quick ball into Diouf. Magnusson's made a meal of this one this time. Oh, he gets the challenge in. And he does just enough to put him off. And Juve puts his shot wide. Suspicion of a pullback there in the box. Juve absolutely furious with the referee, but he blows not for a foul and a penalty, but for half-time. And it's one shot from either side on target. Thankfully, ours went in, but it's been a very tight game here, as we expected. Flint, oh, they've brought Wilfred Bonney on in the second half. Interesting. Now Bardsley in position to whip a cross in for him. But he doesn't. He goes into Ireland. It's tiki-taka play here from Stoke. Stephen Ireland. Out to Peters. Oh, that's a nice ball out to Arnautovic. And he takes it down on the chest. He can keep it in. And he's found an incredible in. Wilfred Bonney finishes with style and panache. Aidan Flint angry there, but there wasn't much we could do about that. Arnautovic with the unbelievable ball on the outside of his boot from wide on the left, having kept it in with some really nice skill. That was incisive stuff there from Stoke City. One pass there was beautiful. There's no way we could get across to that. The ball in. I mean, Magnussen's been great all game, but he couldn't deal with the pace and power of Boney there, and it was a great finish. Not really much I can be angry about there, except for applauding Stoke City. But now all we've got to do is score another goal, but that's fine, because we can do that. This is the last chance here. Daniel Amati down the line. Can he find a red shirt? Hopeful ball into the box for Tammy Abraham, but he takes it down. Great play from Tammy this time. Whips the ball in. De Jong's there at the far post, and that could have been the game winner from the youngster. But it's a draw here at the Bet365 Stadium. And, well, could have gone either way, really. Stoke had their chances. It was a very tight game all the way through. It was a moment of brilliance from Kieran Dowell in the first half that put us ahead, and then we really failed to capitalise on that success. Let's take another look at this goal, though. That first touch, gorgeous. The dummy back inside. And the curl on this one was wicked. Butland could do nothing about it. Really enjoyed that goal. But it meant very little in the end because we were only able to pull off a draw here. And let's look at the stats. Well, yeah, I mean, they had more shots than us. Robertha didn't have a great game. He only grabs a 5.5. Marlon Pack with only a 5 as well. De Jong actually had a decent game today, which is a positive. Did Man City get a win today? Yes, they did. 4-0 against West Brom. Oh dear, and we're off the top of the table. This is what we didn't need or want. We've got the goal difference, but without the points, that's irrelevant. But we are 12 points ahead of 5th place Leicester, so we can't be far away from a Champions League qualification cutscene, which would be lovely. Let's take a look and see how Liverpool are doing. They're still in the relegation spot. Oh my word. 1 point between them and 17th place Watford, but my gosh, they're in the battle. Tottenham not far off either, only 4 points above Liverpool. Be amazing if either of those sides went down. Not that I don't like Liverpool. De Jong still improving, good. Kieran Dowell up to 81. What a player he is. We've unearthed a real gem. Will he make it into the England squad though? That would be interesting. National squad announcement. 4 players have been signed up. We've got a scouting report in as well. I think we sent out looking for some right backs, didn't we? See if Kieran Dowell did make it into it. He did. England international Kieran Dowell. What an ascent to greatness we have kick-started in this young player. He is really one of the most exciting English players we've had in a while. Big Daniel Amati, of course, he starts for Ghana. And Magnusson and Mika in Sweden and Iceland teams. So that's good to see. And let's just take a look at the scouts, see if anything interesting has come back. Be good to have a right back. Kleiber. Hello, what's this guy? 24-year-old. Utrecht, 6 million. Good passer, he's pretty quick. Be good to have a player with pinpoint crossing. We'd love that from a right back. Put him on the list at least because we can sign him at 76. That's all we can look at. Oh no, Horsfield. Where's he from? 23-year-old Leeds player. Decent, but nothing to write home about. Well, there we go. So, not a bad episode, but we're off the top of the table. We need to come back strong in the next episode. We've got Chelsea at home, so it's going to be tricky. I'll see you in a bit.